Welcome back to the episode of Unranked Podcast. We're going to chat about today. Pistons. They're currently playing the Pacers right now, down 11 points, 5 minutes left in the fourth. Looking like they might be on the verge of catching their third loss in 3 games and fifth loss in 7 games. So
Right.
we'll unpack that a little bit. Definitely was on a little bit of a high, going through January, we kind of ended it on a sour note. We'll talk about that, talk about Cade's all-star chances. I think we'll know for sure tomorrow or at least next week if he makes it or not. But um, unpack that a little bit, talk a little trade deadline action. Um, yeah, I'll kick it over to you to start. Um, what do you think about just, how I don't know much, got to see him play the last week or so, but how things are trending and yeah, just kind of jump in there.
Yeah, so I once again, I'm still very happy with the overall progress of the squad. I'm not going to jump on them too hard about the last couple of games here, potentially this game. So I think overall, this is exactly what I was looking for. Just a team that's in the hunt, in the fight. They're obviously a young team, so you're going to give up some games you have no business losing. We talked about potentially winning some games we had no business winning. I think we're doing a good mix of both of those, right at 500. If we happen to drop this one, we'll be one game under 500. So overall, just very happy with the progress. The last game I really watched from tip off to the last buzzer last whistle would be versus the Hawks, and that was just a clinic from us, a clinic from Ivy or not Ivy, from Cade Cunningham. He just looked phenomenal, and I think he wanted to come out and purposely attack that because obviously there's a good amount of point guards in the East to fight, but I think him and Trey Young were kind of battling 1-1 as far as who potentially would get that extra nod. And I think Cade kind of put that upon himself to go ahead and play a little extra hard, make sure we got that dub. So that was the last game that I really watched. I'm looking at, like you said, it's so damn hard to try to find them. You got to jump through so many hoops to figure out how you can get it on the TV, and that's frustrating, especially considering I've been able to watch them for the last 7 years in a row, and we haven't had 23 wins at this point, basically since then. So,
Yeah.
uh, but overall, I think we're right about where we want to be. Hover around that fifth, sixth, seventh seed. That's with including the skid the last couple of games here, and we have a lot of firing power as far as assets people want. A lot of room to run as far as salary cap goes. We're not, you know, viewed as like a career killer now if you get sent here. So I think all that's trending in a positive direction. I don't think we're going to do a blockbuster trade. I don't think Brandon Ingram's going to be on our team, to come next week. But I think we're going to put together a couple of trades here to kind of get this team re-energized. We know what we have as far as roster spots. I'm gonna,
hmm
I'm going to let you talk on that, but you kind of talked about condensing that a little bit, moving forward. And I think trades are going to help that. Send a couple of guys that we don't necessarily need out of here and bring back one or two solid more pieces, and
Yeah.
go from there and reevaluate post All-Star game. But going into the All-Star break, if you would have asked me back in October and you told me we'd be one or two games of or at or below 500, I would have took it any day of the week.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I don't know. I think this is just kind of like, kind of the lulls of the season.
Yep.
Like I said, we, won five in a row. Then we like lost one, won two, lost two, won two, about to lose three in a row. Got Dallas on Friday. We got Chicago on Sunday, Atlanta Monday, February in Cleveland, the fifth. And we on ESPN the seventh. I didn't even peep.
Yeah.
So that's what's
Who do
up.
you got, who do you got
That's
on the
pretty cool.
seventh?
Huh?
Who do you play on the seventh?
Oh, the Sixers.
Sixers. Okay. That should
Yep.
be a dub.
Yeah. So, Embiid will find a way to get up. He'll play that game. But yeah, no, I think we're just like in a little bit of a lull right now. Like you said, you just said, and we was kind of talking before we hopped on, like, probably missing Ivy a little bit. We was
Mhm.
able to, steal some W's, get some, some big time wins. Cage kind of went God mode a few different games and just was able to, steal a couple dubs in the last few weeks and finished, had a strong start to January. Now kind of ended on a sour note. But yeah, I mean, I feel like, the next, I'll kind of look at the season like 10-day clip. We got The next 10 games, we got Chicago, twice, Charlotte, Philly, they kind of been struggling a little bit. Already beat um, Atlanta. So, some of these teams we've already seen before, and I think we got an opportunity to put together a nice little string of victories and kind of get things back on track. But I do feel like, yeah, I mean, I'll be curious to see because we're literally like a week away from the trade deadline as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah, I think it's Thursday. Next Thursday is
Mhm.
a trade deadline, so I'll be curious to see, if we're able to make a move. I mean, I think told you like saw a trade with Lonzo, Fontecchio, and a second round pick. All three of those pieces involved. They just got to find a way to get help Cade out a little bit with the ball handling. Maybe get a little shooting in there, and a little more shooting. Be curious to see what happens with Beasley because Beasley, they if they won 2-3 first,
Yeah, he out of here.
we
Yeah,
might.
no. Some of the other trades I've seen come across. Um, Pistons acquire Bobby Portis. Bucks require Brandon Ingram. Pelicans require Chris Middleton and Wendell Moore Jr. And we would just be in there mostly to take on additional salary to get that done for the other
Yep.
teams. Um, Obviously a tough nose. I looked his stats up. I think he's like 13-7, 13-8. Solid player. And I do think he fits the identity of what we're looking to do as far as toughness, can run the floor, things of that nature. Not bad offensive player.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one I've seen here is um, Pistons acquire Haywood Highsmith and Jonathan Kaminga. Heat require Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton, Kevin Looney, and Warriors get Jimmy Butler.
I wouldn't be mad at Jonathan Kaminga
Yeah.
at
Uh,
all. That
yeah.
would be really nice.
Yep. So those are a couple of trades I've seen come across. And then oh sorry, the last one here. Um this is I wasn't mad at this one either, but Bulls get Von from us, Luke Kennard, and Pistons get Marcus Smart, and the Grizzlies get Zach LaVine. Um
Marcus Smart. I like Marcus Smart a lot. He's played a
yeah,
lot of playoff basketball.
out of playoff basketball. Another guy that I think
He's kind of the
truly does fit the
scapegoat.
identity. Yeah. He
That's
got it. Yeah.
the championship.
They threw that whole thing on him. But no, another guy I think, like you said, a lot of playoff experience.
Yeah.
Um, uh, just a really guy that's not going to
The
demand too much of the
bet.
ball. Just kind of slide in, play amazing defense, and make the right play.
Hmm.
And has moments where he's a knockdown shooter. And so I think it's one of those things where it's kind of a win-win, and I wouldn't be mad at almost either one of those. You talk about Beasley and just how much his value is. I think he's on a 1 year deal. Uh,
Yeah.
so that's, I mean, 1 year deal. You're sitting there at fifth in 3 points made in the season. Nobody kind of thought you were going to come out the gate this high. I mean, that's the playoff team's, you know, dream.
Drake.
So I
Yeah.
think, kind of we can really extract, like you said, some picks out of some teams and really set ourselves up for amazing down the future. Now, if we kept him, I wouldn't be mad at either, but I do know how fickle those shooters are. He could be he could be on pace for 300 threes this year, and then next year he only hit 85. So I think
Yeah.
not saying it's
It's
going to be that
like
way, but really really
somebody got to
focus on.
overbuy. If somebody
Yep.
want to overbuy, we
Yeah.
gotta.
You got to sell while they're hot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm with you there. Yeah. No, I like all them trades. I mean that. Who was the first player that's 13-8 again?
Um, Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis. Yeah. That you got she type player. I think I
Yeah.
might actually. Yeah. 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 That would be a good little pickup. That's what we need is just like point guard play. We could use a little bit more versatility. Down low. Um, Yeah, but that Kaminga one, I mean, he's just kind of waiting to like be utilized a little bit more,
Yeah.
play a little bit more. Um,
Yeah. Kaminga will be one of the, I think, probably a little more of, I don't want to say a gamble, but you don't know fully what you're going to get. You don't know what he wants from the team versus other guys who, like you said, are more of a vet, have a role carved out versus a guy who
yes,
still thinks I'm an all-star, and not saying he's not,
yeah,
but I think that's kind of your you're looking for versus getting a guy who knows, hey, this is Cade's team. I'm coming here doing X, Y, or Z. You might get a guy coming in saying, hey,
For sure. That's a
this
good
kid didn't
call
like
because
that.
that's yeah, we need less of that. Like that's
Yeah.
like yeah, like, it's like we're almost always thinking like rebuild mode. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
give me a young player that got character issues already, but maybe we can mold them into something like
Yeah, we can change them. Yeah, no, we can.
yeah, but yeah, no, you're right. Like it would like I think Marcus Smart, that'd be a great pickup. Bobby Portis. And I like the little three-team trade deal where it's like nobody's really like getting off a ton of players, you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
it's really just kind of like trading cash and salary, some people kind of taking on cash and different deals and things
Mhm.
along them lines. But yeah, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
so
be
those
mad
are
at
some of
any
the
of
trades I
those.
found just on Twitter slash when I Googled Pistons trade rumors. Those are some things that hang around in articles and different people are talking about them. All the
Yeah.
money adds up, all that good stuff. So I think, you know, trading to LinkedIn is proven that he's pretty crafty. And I think he's got a almost 180-degree turnaround on from what we had seen. So I fully expect him to go out there and be active and and not just take on, Kimba Walker type contracts for nothing. So
Yeah.
um
No, right,
yeah,
yeah. Because I think and like losing three games like this, and they got Dallas, we don't know what's gonna happen. That's kind of you ain't got Luca, they
mhm,
got Kyrie though, you know what I'm saying? That could be this might be kind of where he gotta be like, all right, like we gotta move somebody. We like, instead of like we're looking at it like how can we stay competitive, more so than taking on assets at this point. So that might be the trigger too. We'll see how these next couple of games go. That might motivate him to really, really make a move to make sure we got enough
yeah,
like ball handling, shot creation, whatever that look, scoring punch to take us
yeah.
to at least, yeah, we're not gonna get Ivy back at least until like what, April?
Yeah, so
So
I've heard around hover around April,
yeah,
and that's expecting that we are in the hunt. I mean, I don't think we won't be,
right.
but if all the wheels fall off, I don't think we'll see him.
Yeah, just
But if
like
we're
sit
if
on
we're
the
sitting there, whatever that would be, 35 and 34 or whatever, I think he's coming back
yeah.
with us this season. So no, I definitely think we're in a unique spot. Like I said, we come off the sea off the, out the gate this month so hot, this year so hot. We didn't kind of miss a beat around Ivy getting hurt, and I think now we're starting to feel that a little bit. Where
Hmm.
uh,
Got to
I
play Sasser more.
yeah, got to
It's
play Sansom more. Cade can't always play hero ball. He is just to speak on him for a moment. He is a very phenomenal player. Like I'm glad we got him, and it's somebody you could really build around. But sitting there watching, sometimes I check the box score, hop in, and he'll, you know, he's having an off night, and I think that's when we can lean on Ivy or somebody his the second fiddle, and so I do think we're starting to miss him a lot, and Tobias Harris and all them guys are just so they're good players and but they're just so streaky at this point. Um,
yeah,
so I think we've taken them natural progressions, and I don't think we're going to blow it up, but I think we'll make a move or two that'll go under the radar, and I truly think we're buying for that probably sixth spot. That's really where I
yep,
want it. At this point in the season,
yeah.
if we can get that sixth spot, avoid the playing, that's damn near first round playoff win to me right alone. That's
Bro, can we get Portis and Marcus Smart? That'd be
hey, we be
that
some
sounds
dogs.
good. Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, I think there was another one I think I had sent you that sounded pretty good. I think the one it was with Alonzo, but yeah, we can get one out of three for those guys. I mean, I think even a guy like Portis, man, the more I think about that one just I feel like that one, like I might want that one more. I don't know. We need a point guard more than we do down low help though. But I wouldn't be mad, a little extra scoring punch in the front court either.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find that Marcus Smart one again. Here we go. I mean, we basically. I mean, I think we could, truthfully, because I think we'll be getting Bobby Portis basically taking on the 10 million of his contract for the rest of the trade,
Mm,
and then the other one. I have to re-look this up again because it seems kind of crazy. But the other one, we don't be giving up Von Checkio.
yeah. Yeah, some of those they almost feel like too good to be true, but
But these were all legit in random articles I found. And I,
packages,
I agree with
yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no, sometimes they do be like making sense. I mean, it's kind of doing like the little trade generator thing that we be doing sometimes,
Mhm.
like, yeah. So Yeah, no, I think yeah, I think they lost, they ended up losing by 20 to the Pacers. They got a tough little matchup. Got Dallas rolling into town, and they got Chicago, Atlanta, Cleveland, and Philly. So, we might see something done, by Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. See what Trajan got for us because we last 4 or 5 years it's just like you said, you've been taking on salaries, like buying players out. Players they didn't even throwing a jersey on. They probably even touching. They're not, probably not even Michigan. They just end up going home
They
and
just
they
cash the
get bought
checks.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just get a couple checks. And they go right to the other team they're about to get picked up from. But yeah, no, I think we're in a solid spot right now. Obviously like a couple lulls in the season, but I expect us to at least like let's at least go like 3-3 in this next six.
Yeah.
Keep it hovering around 500. Everybody get a little rest. We're gonna see, but I doubt anybody besides Beasley going to All Star Weekend to participate in anything. So get a little rest.
Yeah.
Got yeah, got back to the
Get a
schedule.
little
Got
rest and come
Chicago,
back for
couple
the
winnable
second half.
games.
That second half of the 41 or however many technically games we'll play. And I think that's spot on. Just let the team come back.
Yeah,
Team shouldn't be, K's gonna get probably screwed out of the All-Star, so team should be pretty rested. He might come back with vengeance if he gets, screwed
yeah.
over.
It's blood in the water now. Like, if we
Yeah,
in that playoff mix, I expect him to play his best basketball. And a lot of guys, really start locking in.
right.
Um,
Yeah, no, I agree. And just random things. I'm hoping he can keep hovering around that 10. If he can actually average 10 assists, that'd be, 24 and 10 is
yeah,
stupid. But
that's
no,
at least that might be all NBA worthy.
yeah. If you can be all NBA and not all star, it's great. Yeah, but it's crazy how that works out.
Right.
Um, but no,
Yeah.
overall, I'm ecstatic, Barton Bro. I'm I just hope we can really get in the playoffs and make some noise. That's really what I'm,
Yeah. I'm happy to see us on ESPN. Like
yeah,
they already
all
stripped.
year, first time all year. Like
Yeah.
they treat us
We
like a
got
MAC school or something. They treat us like a
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we be on NBA TV a couple times, but yeah, on ESPN Friday night, that'll be something good to tune into. But like you said, we're in a good spot. We're in a lot better spot than we was. We expected ourselves to be. We was banking on 30 games, but I'm glad they've given us something to cheer for. In a good spot going into um, All-Star weekend, and yeah, I'm looking for. Hopefully, we get one of them 3 or 4 players we've been chatting about.
yeah. Just
So.
put a little juice, little steroids on the team, and just come prepared to battle. I think we got the right people in mind. I like Bickerstaff a lot. I like him cuffing out the refs. I like him.
Yeah.
I like Trent Langdon just doing some under radar signings. Like I never seen this Beasley thing coming out of nowhere. I don't even remember us talking about signing him.
Yeah,
And I don't know. Obviously we talked about Tim Hardaway and being the
Tobias.
Michigan guy, and then Tobias Harris was the biggest free agent signing we had here in quite a while. So
Yeah.
overall, we're headed in the right direction. I just think those little tiny moves, we're a few little tiny moves away, without Cade taking another tremendous leap or so.
Hmm.
Assuming Cade stays around where he is, we're only a player or two away from being a real formidable team in the East.
That's
I
a
truly
fact.
think that, yeah. And I think some
That's
of
a
these other
fact.
teams around us are ticking time bombs, and with them getting ready to blow up, I think that'll make it only easy for us to kind of pillage what we want from them and slide on in.
You do got some sellers. You got Phoenix. I mean, you already named them teams: Phoenix, Miami, Golden State. Um, yeah, there's definitely some teams that's gonna be looking to get
Miami,
some ship some people off. Yeah, New Orleans. I mean, we didn't talk
yeah,
Ingram. That could be a real possibility as well. I've heard a little bit about him, but yeah, they got some Sacramento. They're trying to get up
mm-hmm.
off of
Fox.
Fox. He trying to force his way to he got LeBron and them trying to force his way to San Antonio.
Hey, I'm not mad at that little duo though.
Yeah, that'd be fun, real fun to
Yeah,
watch. But yeah, we keep saying it in a good spot. We gonna we'll keep tuning in. Next couple weeks here, he's got more basketball coming. We're going to talk a little bit more about
yeah,
Michigan as well. They 15-5. They're doing pretty well in Big Ten play. I think they're like third or fourth in the conference right now. So you got State and them coming up. You got some. It's
yeah.
supposed to really start heating up.
It is, and
Come college
yeah,
basketball.
we get back in the swing of things in basketball. I think we both at bare minimum thought we'd be talking about a disappointing loss this weekend. So I think we, we're still a little starstruck by that, and but no, we're gonna get back in the swing of things with basketball and post All-Star break.
Yeah,
Always basketball is a little more live, and then start to heat up March Madness, Big Ten tournament type things. And then we'll be full swing by then. So I'm not, I'm looking forward to it. It'd be, you know, obviously football never stops, but basketball is about to be full force here. So yeah,
sure.
it's right around the corner.
Oh yeah.
Anything else for the people?
Oh, that's all I got. Be back with y'all next week. Talk a little more Pistons. Talk a little Michigan basketball. Peace out.
Yes, sir. Peace.